Hey, what's up, go-getters? And this is your boy, Coach to Win, and I'm back making kind of like a trading journal video for the first time kind of thing. So bear with me. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do this channel yet, but I just want to log my trading journal every day and just kind of just put out my ideas out there. And thank you so much for watching ahead of time, because I might forget to say that later. I'll say that right now. And let's get into the video here with my PL for the day. So I use WeBull, and I'm planning to go to a better platform later, because WeBull is definitely getting a little slower for the way I trade, because I day trade penny stocks, and you gotta be fast with those suckers. You gotta get in and get out, or get in, wait, and get out. And I want to be able to get in and get out at a much quicker pace than what WeBull is able to offer me right now. But if you're just starting out, I highly recommend WeBull. It's not as simple as Robinhood. Robinhood's more for like investing, and I think Webull is more for like if you actually want to trade for real, for real. Robinhood is way too slow for day trading, in my opinion. Unless you're doing like options and you're waiting and so on and so forth. But if you're trying to get in and get out, I think Webull's the one to do it, and that's how I do it. It's with Webull. I used to do Robinhood, but it was way too slow. It was like snail pace, slow. But anyways, let's touch this thing. If you touch, okay, so in Webull, if you click on performance and then you go to trading PL, you'll see this. And then what I want to do is I want to touch here where it says since inception. I'll click on that, and then you can go to trading performance for today only. You can see it right here. Okay, those are the date ranges. So I'm gonna click done, and then you see how this 10,000 went to 3,000. So basically today's performance was roughly $3,000. I didn't make $3,000. I actually made like closer to like 1,000-ish. Okay, based on all my overall performance today, 1,000-ish. Okay, so I want to talk to you about first ZOM. Okay, ZOM has been like crazy volume for the last few days, maybe even a couple of weeks. I forgot when I started paying attention to it, but yeah, it's been climbing. Oh, I didn't mean to touch fuel cell. So it's been climbing, and I just thought, hey, once it breaks $1, I'll take it more seriously. And it was getting close to breaking $1, so I started trading it. So if I go back and look at what I traded yesterday, okay, so if you look at the dates here, all right, I traded this yesterday, and I traded this around, I don't know what time this is. Okay, I'm not going to try to convert it to EST because it gets all strange and weird later. So basically what happened was I traded 5,000 shares just because I knew the stock was moving kind of slow, and then I wasn't gonna lose a lot. So I did it 5,000 shares just so I could shove it in my friend's face and be like, look, I do 5,000 shares, all right? And so I did that. I gained some profits. Pretty nice profit actually, and then I decided, I'm gonna mess around because I made some profits off of this. So I decided to do after-hour trading, and what I did was I bought 1,000 shares, and then I tried to sell at a higher price, and I kept ramping it up, and hey, look at that! It just kept selling and selling and selling, and it actually sold in the morning because I just held it overnight, and I was just letting it do its thing, And I was like, it sold, cool. So I made more money, and then eventually, I just sold off more shares and get it over with. But yeah, I also went in 10,000. I accidentally bought 10,000 twice, and I averaged up, and I was like, oh my goodness, I got to sell out, and so I sold at 137. I sold at a profit, and I at 137 it was kind of like break even, but I sold at 1 cent profit. So 10,000 times 1 cent profit minus these fees right here. That's a pretty good. That's like it's like $100 every penny. Yeah, that's $100 every penny it moves up. So, anyways, I'm not trying to bore you with the numbers here, but yeah, and then I kept trading and trading and trading, and it ended up with making such a good amount of profit that I decided to buy 1,000 shares. I bought a little high, should have waited, but I bought a little high, went down, and it's down again, and you can see here on my trading PL on my chart here that I'm below my buy-in price, but it doesn't matter because I made so much money off of it. The $10,000, I mean the 10,000, not 10,000, the 1,000 share becomes assets. So I pretty much paid for these shares, pretty much. Not all of them, but pretty much paid for these shares. So I'm not worried about holding this and then seeing where it goes. I mean, I can't lose that much, right? But there's a lot of up potential for this. So that's the reason why I bought 1,000 shares and just holding and just not worried about the price fluctuation. And then my next biggest gain was BIOL. Okay, BIOL was insane. Like, this is all I did: 10,000, sell 10,000, buy 10,000 more accidentally again, and I sold 20,000. And this was a roller coaster ride. Like, I was holding it, it was down 1,002, and then it went up. But I saw the momentum and I saw the data, and I was like, dude, there's no way that I can lose this one. And if I lose, I'm willing to lose $2,000. And that's a lot. That's a lot, but I'm not worried because like I can make, 1,000 back in a day, easily. And so I was like, I'll trade 2 days of work, day trading, for see if this keeps going, and it did, and I was right. And I'm sure a video with you here. Okay, so I have 2 videos here, and the first one is me just sending it to my Patreon students, because I should call them my patrons. I don't know. I'll just call them students, all right? My patron students. I teach them how to day trade, and this is what I send them in our group chat. All right, guys, 20,000 shares. I keep seeing the support build up, but there's like hella walls here, so I'm going balls to the walls. Right, Chanta? Vibranium. Okay, so as you can see, I was actually in the negatives for a little bit, but I wasn't worried because I saw the momentum and I read the data. So here's a little bit more of me reading the data. Actually, I wasn't reading the data, I was in the profits, and I'm showing you my profits. Oh my God, guys, I'm watching this breaking wall after wall. Boom, son, let's go. Look at this number moving right here. It's huge numbers. Every penny is $100. Half a penny is $100. Every penny is $200. 20,000 shares. Let's go. Read the numbers on the side right here. That's how I knew when to get in and when to get out. I saw this 10,000 wall right here, and I was like, 110 wall, and I wasn't sure if it was fake or real, but I decided, you know what? Once it gets to 108, I just sold it, and I tried to sell it. It went to 108, and I was struggling for a little bit. I was like, I'm gonna try to sell at 107. It took too long to sell at 107. I dragged it down and sell at 106. And so I made, a good, decent profit off of that right here from 103 to 106. And then because I made a good amount of profits, I decided to buy 1,000 shares, just like ZOM, and I'm let it ride, just let it ride. And I waited for it to cut back. It was like right here, all right? And I wait for it to cut back down this much. And then I saw it cut back, and I was like, I think it's good enough. I'll buy in. And then it went down some more, and I was like, oh man, that 1,000 shares. But then, power hour pushes it up, and then it goes into after hour, and like, dang, son, I'm in the profits again. Let's go. And I'm already in the profits again with this 1,000 share, and I'm not worried whether it goes up or it goes down. It's pretty much just a bunch of assets that are working for me, yeah. So that is how you do it. Reading for resistance line and support line, stuff like that, and then looking at momentum and then trading on momentum, because I saw the upward momentum and I got in a little late. And then I decided, yeah, I'm good with 108. It actually went up to 115 like I expected it to, because of, again, the data. The wall was actually fake. And I sold a little early, but I made enough profits to buy 1,000 shares and not worry about it. So there you go. Next part right there. Next part is I'm going to show you my loss for the day. LMFA. LMFA, I actually lost because I was experimenting, not because I was actually trying to trade it for real. Like, I was playing around with it. Look, like if you look at my trade here, I went in 10,000 shares. I sold 10,000 shares, so I made profit, and then I'm like, let's experiment. So on the 8th here, I bought 1,000 share, and then I just like held it, and I sold, and then I made a decent amount of money. So I was like, let's mess around. Let's buy it in the morning and just hold. And I held it, and I bought, and I held it for a whole day, because I wanted to teach myself to be more patient and not just get profit right away. So if you look here, my overall, like my 5-day, that's what I'm gonna tell you. This was, I made profit on it roughly around $600-700 or so, something like that. And then I decided to mess around and hold. So I bought in. I saw it. I saw it was trending down. I was like, normally when it trends down, I see 2 bumps and it trends down, I just get out, even if it's at a loss. But I was still up. But I decided, you know what? I'm gonna hold to the end of the day because I need to learn how to be patient. And I held and I held and I held. This one was trending down, so I saw the trend. It kept going down and down and down, and it got worse, worse, and worse. And I also taught my students. Again, I have a Patreon. If you want to join, it's down below. Link in the description. And you live trade with me as a student. And I sold this at a loss of $1,200 or $1,100. But again, I covered my loss because overall, this is all I lost. If I do custom here, not custom, if I do all, if I touch all, overall I lost $4,477. That's not a big deal compared to my other 2 gains and the other ones that are working, the 1,000 shares that are working for me. This 1,000 share didn't work for me. And that's okay because I was willing to lose. And you just have to be able to accept that. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what's in the works. What's in the works is CTRM, all right? And I'm up right now because I just bought and I haven't sold or anything yet. I haven't touched this. And I'm just writing it out. This one is it is moving so slow, I was willing to experiment with 10,000 shares. It's roughly $3,000. So what happened here was I bought, it went down. Let me just show you the chart here. I bought in like right here, all right? I saw the upward momentum. It went up, and then I saw it was just a small profit, and I was like, just hold and see what happens. And then it reversed on me, and I was like, just hold, and it kept going. I was like, oh, okay, I'm just holding. And it kept going, like, oh, I'll just hold. And then I was just like, all right, I made enough from the other stuff to cover like $300 or $400 of loss here, and I'm okay with that. And so I waited, and then look at the after hour trend. It went back up, and I was like, let's go. Because this one CTRM has been in the high volume for a few days, and I was like, let me just hop in. Normally I don't trade anything below $1. Normally I don't, but I decided to try this one, and it's working out very nicely for me. So what I recommend you do is not experiment. This is all based on reading data and reading momentum, and I've actually been observing these stocks. This is not just like something, oh, well, you got lucky. No, I don't get lucky. Sometimes I do, but most of the time everything is very calculated. So, and there it is. That's my trading PL for the day, and this is just like basically me logging my journey. And don't forget to smash the like button and share this with your friends. If you're, I think I have like 5 space left for my beginning level, but because I only accept a certain amount of students, because I actually want to focus on teaching you how to do this correctly, how to day trade, not investing. Investors are for long-term people who like want to buy it, set it and forget it. That's not what I do. What I do is I monitor these stocks minute by minute, and like I trade based on when I see the momentum. And not everybody has time for that, but I just happen to be able to have time for it because I'm on my parental child bonding leave. So if you watch the video, you can see hear my daughter in the background, like going to school online. But I guess that's it. Like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to continue to be fearless, be bold, and learn how to read data. I'm just joking. Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye now, for real this time. So get your hands ready. This is how I like to do it in my other channel: is rock, paper, peace. Let's hang out again in the next video.